All right, it is January 19th for our team call. And I thought I would start with just a few takeaways that we had from either the event or, like, I know everybody wasn't at NYKO, but if you're able to watch it, what was your biggest takeaway? And maybe shout out, let's talk about goals too. So we can talk about goals first and what you loved from the event if you got to watch it. So you want me to go first? I guess I can. I love Emily Vavra, and I always have, but I think this event, I resonate with her a lot because I came from kind of like her similar story. So I love her saying, "It's not over till I win." And I don't even know that in my head that I say that, but I'm going to start saying it over and over and over again because it's really about belief, right? Believing in yourself. And my goals, obviously, so I'm a 3-star right now. 2019, I want to be a 4-star by celebration. I'm going to have everybody. So in your success journal, there's a page 33 that has all of your goals. All of you that are in my executive group, I want you to send that over to me. And your goal can be big or small. Like, think about it, guys. Just Crystal Manager by itself is $700 extra that you can. What can that do for you, your family, or someone on your team? Because that could be life changing. That could pay off a bill. That could pay a car payment. Like that is a lot of money. So my goal is to help as many people hit that as possible. And yeah, I think that's a short version of my takeaway from NYKO, but I don't want to take up a ton of time. So who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I really liked Hillary Courtney's training on you share, they share, and just she made it really simple. Share it with everybody. You can just getting your first 2 with that $450 pays 2/3 of your value pack. So yeah, I thought she was really good. And then my first Isagenix goal is Crystal Executive by March 10th. So
awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick people. Of course, I don't know who people on the phone are. Bree.
I'll go.
Oh, Lisa.
My takeaway, I went to Lindsay's to watch, but I was only there on Saturday, and I enjoyed Carissa Clayton. Just like how she talked about quality versus quantity, and then that made me think like it's just one invitation at a time, like to build my business or whatever, just one person at a time. Like it doesn't have to be everybody that I send every invitation out to, just one person at a time. So I thought that was important. And so then my goal is to have 2 more enrollments. I'm doing this slowly, but 2 more enrollments by March. That's my goal right
now. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Who's next?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Selena.
Hi, Selena.
Hello. I partially watched Saturday, so I have watched Friday as I worked and rewatched Friday. Rewatching Saturday is on my agenda for probably tomorrow, being snowed in.
Right.
But the you share, they share there, and with Zoe doing it the other night at Cindy's at that meeting too. Because I have never felt comfortable doing that. So that was helpful. And I did take and do that and draw that out yesterday with somebody at work.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see where that one goes. But I am also going for the Crystal Director.
Okay, awesome. So I don't know if Bree, I don't know if it's Doug or Maria or both. I get all these stupid alerts. I need to fix that.
Sorry, I'm on diaper duty and sorry.
You're fine.
So I think I missed the initial question. I think it's the takeaway from NYKO.
Yes, and your goal for this year. For
Okay.
just for the 90-day action plan, whatever.
All right. Okay. So for the 90-day action plan, I mean, obviously, ideally, I would like to hit executive, but that is a huge ladder to climb, but it's not impossible. So that's what I'm shooting for. And I think, you know, my biggest takeaway was, if you want to live the lifestyle and be able to do the things, you know, that you can do if you're, you know, really working the business. I mean, that there's a difference between the casual share, and that's awesome. And if that's what you want to do, great. But if you want to truly live the lifestyle and earn, you know, a true income from this, that it takes more than, you know, than what I've been putting forth. So I'm completely dedicated and all in, and I'm excited that, you know, Doug, you know, Sarah knows that Doug has joined forces with me, so I'm excited about that.
Yep, that's awesome. Just having support helps, especially when
Sure.
you're kids.
Right, because otherwise it's kind of like almost impossible, but
Where there's a will, there's a way, girl.
absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll go quick, Sarah.
Okay.
It's Bree.
I know.
So for me, I think my biggest takeaway was, one, that I didn't go, and I'm bummed. But besides that, it was just stop allowing fear to like take over. And I do have support from my husband. He is definitely my biggest cheerleader. He has amazing ideas as far as business growth and how you get it and obtain it. And to allow him to, and anyone, to speak positivity into my life and keep me going. Like, backing up what Maria said, like, if I want this, I have to go for it, and I can't keep waiting. The person that I just keep going back, and I think I've watched it 4 times so far, is Emily Babra. Just from the very beginning, she opened it, and it was powerful. It was impactful to me. There are many other points, but that's the one that just kind of stands out to me, and I keep going back to and listening, you know, while I'm driving. And my 90-day goal is to hit executive again.
Awesome. Her husband is absolutely amazing. When I get in a car with him, I bring my notebook, because all businesses are the same. And that's what you have to think here. You are an owner of your own business. Okay. So you run your business how you want to run it. Yes, we work together. We can grow together. Yes, we can help each other. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about the amount of effort and work you put in and what you want to do with it. So I will let whoever hasn't shared yet, Mickey, Kendra, and I think I have one person on the phone that hasn't shared. So go ahead.
I guess I took away that it was all very inspiring. First one, I just got to see Saturday. So first thing in that event I ever watched like that. So I like just keep it simple, stay consistent. It was just all powerful. And my goal is to enroll 5 people as soon as I can. We'll see how fast that goes.
Just have to believe.
Yes.
Yeah, we have something that is for everyone that can help people. So that's what you have to think about. I felt guilty not telling people. And that's how I just started telling everyone, because I felt like just needed to. So, okay, Kendra.
Sorry, I joined late. I didn't see your link. I didn't go back up on the messenger far enough.
Oh, that's okay.
So we're sharing our takeaway
Takeaway.
from. Okay. I was really inspired by Emily also. That was, I don't know, she was pretty powerful speaker, I thought. I was just into everything, all the speakers, because I like to hear everyone's testimonies and just hear how everyone, that I liked how they all shared how they got started and where they came from. So
Right.
that inspired me. And my goal is to just get more people enrolled and just be able to keep helping them along their journey too.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Sure.
I think I have one more person on the phone. I don't know who it is. All right. So I was thinking this morning, what do I want to share? What do I want to help you with? And I want to give you some of, I'm going into my 4th year here, or it'll be 4 years in May. And while we were away, Maria asked me, so what do you do when you run out of your warm market? And my answer to her was that I haven't ran out of my warm market, but then I've had time to think about it. And I know that going back to my first year, yes, I enrolled a ton of family and friends, and they shared with 2 of their family and friends. So it was like super easy. And then, I don't know if you know my story, but I was a hairdresser before. And then in 2017, 2016 was when I really built to executive, and I out-earned my full-time income as a hairdresser. So I kept saying for a long time, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. And then I was afraid because, I was living in certainty. I went through a Rod Harrison training. It was 6 weeks long. And I realized that you can't grow until you let go. And I went to NYKO in 2017. And I was supposed to be done at the salon at the end of 2016. I told my boss, I'm not going to come back after Christmas, but I still did because I was still living in fear. And when I went to NYKO that year, I just said, you know what? I'm ready. I'm done. And coming home was different because I wasn't out in the community anymore. I wasn't seeing people. I wasn't talking to people as much. And I thought I was going to build on Facebook and on social media. And I did okay. And my growth was more from me just reaching down and helping my team members as opposed to me personally enrolling people. And so I decided last year, okay, something has to change. I have to be different. I have to go out of my comfort zone. I cannot continue to stay in my office and go out, and not go out into the world because I wasn't meeting new people as much as I liked on social media. I spent a lot of the year thinking that I was creating relationships with people on social media, having conversations, and they never enrolled. Okay. So then I just started being a little bold and started asking people to meet me, in person, one-to-one, belly-to-belly. I decided that I was going to have a launch party almost every single week of the entire year. When I look back at my calendar, I went to a sip and sample or had one, a sweat and sample, whatever I had to do to get people to come. I asked people if I could just ask them how to network, how to meet more people. So I did have to do a little bit different so that I could grow. I also hired a mentor. So I coached with PK all of last year. And he taught me a lot of things that I didn't know about myself that helped me be better. So that's just a little bit of a nutshell about that. So what I can tell you now, maybe you're in your first year and you have lots of warm market. You have lots of friends and family that you can invite to sip and samples and share with those people that you know, but start building new relationships with new people everywhere you go. So a lot about this is we talk about our why, and you need to have a why that makes you cry. I'm going to try not to cry, but I have to think about it sometimes because I'm one of those people, like, I just do the do because I'm a worker. And I don't always know what my why is. Obviously, my why is my family, my children. I grew up very poor. I had to work on my own to get where I am. So I'm not afraid to put in the work as long as someone tells me what I need to do. So hopefully I can do that for you. But right now, even, there was a lot of years that I had to miss a lot of stuff with my kids. I had to work late nights. I had to work weekends every single Saturday for 11 years. I'd have to be late to my kids' games. I'd have to race in, you know, with their bags or whatever I had in my car. And it was hard, you know, it stressed me out. And I just wanted to always be home with my kids. So when it came to that point that I could be, that was huge. And now that I'm home, it's like, okay, now what can I give them above and beyond? For years, my daughter wanted to do competition cheer, and I had to say no. No, because I couldn't afford it, and no, because I didn't have the freedom to take her. I mean, it's a lot of driving, a lot of running, and finally this year I said yes to it because I felt like I could. And then back to the story of, you know, when my kids were younger, you know, you cut costs wherever you can cut costs, but like my son wore hand-me-down baseball cleats until last year because if I didn't have to spend that extra money, I wouldn't have to. And like, I can't even tell you, like, I cried when I could give him his own brand new pair of cleats. So it can be something small or something huge. But if you can offer those things to your family that you couldn't before, it makes a big difference, right? So that's why $700 to somebody could be huge. You don't know where their finances are, you know, and if they can't afford to start the program, they can share with two people and then they share with two people. It pays for their product. It pays, because that was a big deal for me when I got started. And Ann tells me all the time, you need to share this with people, Sarah, because people might not know this about me. I'm pretty quiet about things, but it was a big deal for me to buy a 30-day system because I didn't spend money on myself. And even though I did all that meal prepping and stuff, like, that's why I was like, I'm committing to 30 days and then I'll be done. But I loved it. So it was painful every month when I went in to place my order and it was like, oh, $300. But then I had to think, Sarah, this is your meals. Okay, so you're not stressing. You're not having to worry about what you're eating. Okay, you can do this. I didn't know that there was a business attached to this when I got started. So I started in May. I bought a 30-day system until in September, my friends and family started asking me what I was doing. And I knew I had an account, so I started giving them their own accounts, okay? Didn't even know that there was money attached till I got my ISA wallet card. And Cindy found me on the ISAPulse app. So if you don't have that downloaded, I would download it. It tells you who in your downline is enrolling and any rank advancements, promotions, those kind of things, because we like to celebrate all that stuff. So she called me and she had me come over. And I remember driving to her house thinking, I don't have time to do this right now. Like, I don't even know why I'm going. Okay. And she showed me that I could eat for free. And I haven't paid for a shake since, literally, because it was a big deal for me to not have to pay for my food, right? So that's what we need to share with people. And the reason that I am good at building consultants because I have no problem telling people that they can get their products for free every single time. Because if you plant the seed, they're going to think, gosh, if I can eat for free. And some people are not open to it, and that's okay. That's what I loved about Tyler's share, and I shared the video that he was talking about with John Rohn about the sower in the Bible. Oh my gosh, like, it is so true. Not everybody's going to say yes, and they might not say yes right now, but here's what I can tell you. They're going to keep watching you. It takes 4 to 6 months, 4 to 6 touches for people to finally say yes sometimes. I mean, my client that brought me products from January till May because I was stubborn and I knew how to eat clean and I wasn't going to commit to a system that I didn't want to pay for. Okay. Now I know what I know, and I wish I would have started in January. So long story short, I'm going to give you a few things. I put in your power hour because if you are working, you can do this in 15-minute increments. It gives you something set to do every 15 minutes. If you just follow up with 3 people, share with 3 people, and love on 3 people at least every single day, it will all come together. Okay. I was listening to the Elevate to Executive call, and I think that this is where this is from, but everybody needs a partner to run with. And I think that's also something that changed my business as well. When I went to NYKO in 2017 is when I met Ann, and I know you guys probably know that I link arms with her. We talk almost every day. And when we talk, we say, all right, what are we doing to move our business today? We plan launch parties, simp and samples, who are we going to talk to? Who are we going to reach out to? And it's just fun to share with someone else, like what you're doing to move it forward. So pick somebody to link arms with. And it could just be someone that you check in with once a week. It doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be all the time, but it's really, really good for you to have someone that says, okay, what did you do today? Because life gets busy, things distract you, and that helps keep you on track. So yeah, send me page 33. Let's see what else. I think I went over everything I wanted to go over. In this 90-day success plan. So it kind of like lays it out for you, what steps to take, what to do next. And ultimately, if you need help enrolling, you can go to your enrolling sponsor, or you can ask me to do a 3-way call. And I would say the missing link a lot of the times is that we're not asking them, are you ready to get started? We have free membership until Sunday. That's a great savings. We don't know when it's going to be back. Plug them into our event that's going on all weekend long. I know I'm going to be working because it's going to be snowing. So I don't have to go anywhere today. I usually work in whatever pockets of time I have anyways, so that works out. But it even goes over on page 35, your top priorities of each day and what you need to be doing. And it was kind of what I gave you already. So, and then the leader in action formula, hopefully you guys printed that. I guess what I could do is let me show you where to find your cycle growth. What is this little thing is? Anyway. So you're going to go to reports. And you're going to go to the business tab. So this is kind of like a fast way. So you can see all of your personally enrolled, people that are in the IsaBody Challenge, and everybody should be in the IsaBody Challenge. The other thing that I realize that I do, and this is comparison to working out. So we know the muscle doesn't change when you're working out until you feel the burn, right? So that's how I feel like I run my business. when I'm uncomfortable. Like, I'm not kidding. Sometimes I've called people and I want to throw up. Okay. So just know that it's not that I'm comfortable reaching out to people or calling people at all. It's just, I guess what I'm willing to do. So I'm in my husband's account. I'm going to go to his director where he's at. So he's now, so he would have to go to director too. And these are like the pools and the cycles and the qualified shares. So this is the current week. So they average your weeks, what your benchmark is, and what you need to grow. So the first week he hit 4, his benchmark was 2, so he has 2 growth. The next week he hit 2, so he basically broke even, he still has 2. So as the weeks go on, that's kind of what they do. So that's your cycle growth, and you can pull up these reports and kind of know. I'm going to show you his last month. This is current month. Okay. So right now, see, this was the previous month. His cycle benchmark was 3. So he didn't end up hitting it because he didn't have growth every single month. So when you are negative, you don't get any, or you go backwards. He's not actively building. So that's kind of why it looks like that. But if he would hit 3 or go over 3, like he does sometimes, just from cycles, just from people buying product, he could potentially grow. And I'm sure he has probably some in the past, but that gives you kind of a basic idea how to calculate. You don't want to be 0 in any category. So you want to have at least one enrollment for the month. Stay at your current rank, and then your rank advancement. So that means if you promote a consultant or a manager or a director under you, that's a rank advancement and you'll get points for that. And then your cycle growth is points too. That's kind of even like the new challenge for the Grand Cayman trip, which Lindsay, we're going to try to get her on that trip. She has 5,000 points to start off with because she enrolled 15 people before the end of the year. So that gives her like a jump start. Not that we all can't do it, because we can, but I want to see her be able to get there with her family. So, all right. Is there anything that I've seen confusing or that I need to go back over, or you have questions about? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
All right.